Out Loudcast. Episode 31. We're calling this one Psycho Circus. Album review time, Tommy.
Oh, yes. Wonderful, wonderful. And it's just us. We've had some A-listers the past few weeks. Now everybody has to just settle for little old me and you.
That's right. Just me and you. We're going to snuggle up tight tonight. I got a major thunderstorm going outside. You people might be able to hear it. So I'm maybe I'm getting a little frightened.
Yeah, but you can snuggle up with your little Peter Chris teddy bear. You'll be fine.
I'll snuggle up with my little horsey in the barn until he'll boot me across the barn too. Yeah, it's just me and you, brother. Yeah,
we're back.
Good guests lately. So we've had Ed from Click Tea Shop.
Yep.
Speaking of that, Ed, I got my 2 Click Tea Shop T-shirts. One was the Eric Carr belt, and the other one was the cat, the Michigan cat. Awesome. Love wearing them. Great job. Can't say enough about Click Tea Shop, KLICKTEESHOP.com. Click Tea Shop. Ed does an awesome job. Congratulations on the affiliation with the Eric Carr family. You got a couple shirts from him as well, Tom.
I did. They're amazing. Yeah, I got the Talisman one from Kiss Meets the Phantom, and then I got the Budokan 77, which kind of recreates the drum riser and the flames from the Alive 2 gatefold. So yeah, I mean the stuff's amazing. I mean, we talk about it all the time. If you haven't checked it out, you have to check it out. The stuff's great.
So we've also had the one and only Hollywood Sonny Pooney.
Yep.
Then we had Trebek himself.
Yeah, and then we had Chris Sinzak, who threw me and Zeus in a locker. Friggin' stole our lunch money when it came to Kiss Trivia.
Stole our girlfriends, beat us up, and threw us in the friggin' locker. We got the lunch as well.
Yeah, we got the atomic wedgie version of Kiss Trivia there. That was awful. Oh, but we had a great time. We had a great
That would be Paul Stanley's best friend from the 3rd grade.
Yeah, exactly.
So then last week we had Nicholas Buckland, whose new book, is just kicking ass.
I saw a couple pictures online. Some of the people that ordered the autographed versions, they've already received them. I saw some guys on Facebook posting pictures. Nicholas last week was meeting with Paul and Gene to have them signed. So congrats to him. Good luck to him. I mean, the effort he's put into that, and the book just looks unbelievably amazing.
Yep, it looks spectacular. It looks like it's on a right path for success for him. So we're blessed. We've had some great guests lately, and now it's just back to me and you.
That's right.
So anything new going on, Tomas?
No, I mean, well, so here's a little. We'll get back into the personal story segments, and it's just me and you.
Is this a little ditty? Would you say?
It's a little ditty. So tonight. So I told my son, I'm going to be recording tonight. He's like, "Oh, what's tonight's topic?" So I told him, obviously the episode title Psycho Circus. And he goes, I like that song. I go, see, there it is. I go, Michael, and my son, I said, when I tell Zeus that, he's going to flip his shit. He's like, well, and then my son goes, I want you to make it a point to tell him that I like that song and it's not as bad as he thinks it is, and it sounded awesome in concert.
He's challenging.
He challenged the Chiefs.
Gloves off. He's challenged the Chiefs. He's calling us names.
He challenged the Chiefs.
But Zeus was there.
Yep.
This is a mess. I don't know.
We don't have to get into that right now. But
all right. But speaking of that,
yeah.
As I've been telling you, I'm trying to indoctrinate my 10-year-old into Kiss. Yep. So she's finally back from her sleepaway camp, and I think I was crying, and she was enjoying herself for 2 weeks while she was at sleepaway camp. She comes back. We're hanging out tonight.
Was it a Kiss sleepaway camp?
She went to Kiss camp. It was one of the counselors was Peter Chris. Vincent. Vinny, Grab the kid's luggage and bring it into the room. Okay. Do I have to do it right now? I was going to play him a lick. Licking the kids, Vinny.
He shows up. Hey, kid.
Hey, guys, Ace fell in the pool. Ace fell in the creek again. Somebody pull him out.
Kids camp.
Why is that counselor throwing up into the fucking bonfire?
Oh, man.
Now join Kiss Camp.
See,
Kiss Camp. One of you will be allowed to sleep in Peter Chris's bunk for the gold edition.
this is what happens when we don't have a guest on.
Kiss Camp. Oh my god.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. I just ruined. You were trying to tell me a nice story about your daughter. The idea of Kiss Camp just popped into my head.
Oh my. Right, so sorry. In addition, so I showed her because she likes Sure Knows Something.
Oh
so
yeah.
I played her the video, and she's liking it and stuff. And then right afterwards comes on because it's YouTube, goes right into I Was Made for Loving You video.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say anything. I said, "What do you think of this song?" She goes, "Ew, he's so hairy." The innocence and the truth of a 10-year-old. She saw Paul Stanley. You know what he was wearing in that video? Like this whole fucking chest is out.
Oh yeah.
She just goes, "Ew, he's so hairy."
Oh man. Oh god.
Paul.
You gotta love it.
Yeah, I used to just be like, "Oh my god."
Oh.
But anyways, that's my Paul Stanley chest hair story.
Personal story segment.
It's my personal business, Tom. All right. So what's going on in Kiss World?
Well, we're recording on Wednesday, August 7th.
Yes.
So last night, Tuesday night, they just kicked off the second leg of their American tour in I think they were in Florida.
Yeah.
And what did they do? Well, all those people wondering if they were going to change the set list, guess what? They didn't. The only thing they did was they kept Crazy Nights in the encore.
And took out.
So personally speaking, I'm so glad we saw them when they did because I love Do You Love Me?
Yeah, I was going to say.
They pulled that.
Do You Love Me?
Yeah, they pulled that out when they went overseas for Crazy Nights, and they've apparently kept it in. So, whatever.
Crazy Nights.
Yeah.
Then, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, but other than that, it's been quiet with, there's really nothing going on. I mean, the tour's starting back up.
Yeah, and then we got Rockin' Pods coming up this weekend. By the time we play this, it'll be going on.
That's right. Yep.
We wish everybody good luck. Unfortunately, we weren't able to go this year. We're dying to go.
Yep.
But it looks like people that will go will see a great show. Chris does an awesome job. There'll be a lot of our friends over there. Go enjoy yourselves. If you're there in the area and you hear this podcast Saturday, go in and see them. You'll have a blast. It's set up to be an awesome event. That's Rockin' Pod.
And keep your eye out for Vinnie Vincent's birthday bash, which is also going on at the same time.
What are the odds that's going to happen? It'll be interesting to find out. It hasn't been canceled yet.
No, it has. No.
Okay, well, we're going to find out soon enough.
There is something going on. I just want to jump in. There is something going on that I saw today. It's not true. Obviously, when you hear this on Saturday, you'll know whether or not it's true. But at the time of recording, there's a thing going around on Facebook. It's like somebody made up like a phony Vinnie Vincent letter saying that
he canceled.
Yeah. Okay. So you saw it too. So apparently it's not true. I'll tell you what, though. Would it surprise you if that was true?
No,
I wouldn't. No, wouldn't surprise me.
He's still at the fucking camp.
He's at Kiss Camp. He's cleaning up. They ask him to put the kayaks back up on the fucking storage rack.
Hey, Cusano, hurry up.
It's Vincent. It's Mick Fury. I prefer to be called Mick Fury.
Mick Fury. Settle down there.
Mick.
The other funny thing, one little quick thing I wanted to bring up was I saw on social media somebody had put up a photo of Mark St. John. And they're like, is this bobcat gold?
That was awful.
It's like,
oh, man.
His face isn't as fat.
Oh.
And I just thought of, and then after that, I had to post it because all I think of when I think of Bobcat is Police Academy. I had to put a photo of Sweet Chuck.
Sweet Chuck, which I told you before we started recording. I think that was the guy that almost assaulted our buddy Murph at the garden show.
No, that's fucking Ned Flanders who was going to molest Murph. Hey, when are they playing Strutter? It's not in the set. What the fuck?
Oh, man.
Googly. So
Idly ho.
that's it for Kiss news.
Yep.
So we're up to our main subject.
Yeah.
And what is that?
Psycho Circus. Oy, 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 oy.
Album review time, and we're up to Psycho Circus.
Yep.
So, want to start us off? Tell us a little bit about the album.
Yeah, so Psycho Circus released on September 22nd, 1998. Was recorded in early 98, and everybody knows it was the first album that was recorded with the original four after the reunion. We'll get into what that means when we say original four on the album. But before we get into that, every time we do album reviews, we always try to talk about like what do you remember? What's your first experience? Zeus, do you remember when this came out, when you bought it, where you bought it, whatever?
Yeah, I mean, I was all excited. I was thinking, oh, awesome. I bought it once it came out, thinking, oh, the original four and stuff. I played it. And just like any Kiss album that came out when I was buying them as they were coming out, I was like, oh, okay, I like this song. Something clicks right away. A couple songs clicked. And then other ones, I'm like, oh, well, I'm sure I'll like it by playing it more.
No.
Speak for yourself. So, as back then, I didn't know who played on it. I assumed they all played on it. It's the original four. Back. Yep. Better than ever.
Yeah, it was back it was back in the days when the internet didn't really exist and the internet didn't ruin everything.
Yeah.
Because we bought this album. Hey, Ace, Peter, Paul, and Gene, they're on the front and back cover. Well, hey, it's them. This is going to be great. But
yeah, I know there was a whole theme behind Psycho Circus with the comic book and all this. That was one of the things I was like, what the fuck is Psycho Circus?
Yeah.
Why don't you do, instead of having a theme, that could have been for a different album. This is the comeback album. And I was hoping they'd do something more comeback-ish. Sounding or theme.
You're hitting my...
This. Yeah, save this for something else.
Yeah, you're hitting my sweet spot because this, it has a little bit of a concept album-y type of feel to it. It does. But before we get into the album review itself and all that, what we always do when we do our album reviews, if you've never heard any of our album review episodes, we kind of dissect the album itself, the cover art, the back cover art, the insides, anything extra. So I don't know about you, but I bought this, I think, the day it came out. So I have that.
I have the original too.
Okay, so you have that lenticular cover that you can kind of move it and the graphics change on the cover.
Yeah, lithogram, whatever the fuck they call these things.
Yeah, the lenticular cover. So you move it in one direction, it's like a clown face with the four faces. Yep. And then it's like the curtains with the Kiss words. It's pretty awesome. It's actually a really cool cover, I think. And then the back cover has the four faces. They look pretty awesome.
But you notice something about it when you open it up?
When you open up what?
The album cover.
Okay. How
did they know shit was going to blow up?
In what way? Tell me what you're referring to.
If you look at them, this is the Psycho Circus album.
Yep,
I have it. Got together.
Yep.
Everybody's supposedly pulling weight.
Yep.
Peter was the hero, was the MVP, as Paul called him, of the reunion tour, right?
Yep.
Peter, underneath his photo, says Catman.
Oh, yes.
Star Child. Space Ace, though.
Yep. Yeah,
right?
That's interesting. They call it the Space Ace.
Isn't that kind of shut the F up, Eddie Trunk? They weren't calling themselves the spaceman. They were calling them Ace Frehley. Like, well, they were doing this.
No, it's a good point.
When this came out.
It's a good point. Yep. And when this came out, we'll get into it. Tommy Thayer did play on the album and everything, but at the time, you're right. This was probably the first time that they marketed on an album those titles. The Demon, the Star Child.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I haven't looked at every single product and when they did it, but that they didn't know. Hey, let's just throw Tommy and Ace's stuff. Let's bring Eric Singer back at that point and name him the Cat Man.
Maybe,
but they did that.
Yep.
So, anyways, I just found that interesting on the cover.
Yeah,
the cover's not bad. I like the back. Right, the 4 pitches. Yeah. I'm not into this whole Psycho Circus theme. I'm not a comic book guy. So I just feel like it's a theme that shouldn't be addressed with this album.
Correct. You're right. Correct. Now, other thing, when you continue to open up the album cover, you get the advertisement for History 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's an order form for, Psycho Circus coins, a couple Psycho Circus T-shirts, a Kiss Army jacket, Kiss Army vest, Kiss Army blanket, and then I actually have a tiny little. It's about the size of a business card.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Kiss Army sweepstakes. It says you may already be a winner, and it says call 1-900-CALL-KISS to see if you're an instant winner. And then it says,
this is Vinny.
Vinny, what are you doing? They hired me to answer the phones, even though this is a 20-year-old advertisement. Yeah, and then it says scratch off here for the PIN number. Mine's unscratched. Is that worth anything? I don't know.
Put it on eBay and find out. Scratch here, and you can smell the back of Gene's ball scent.
Probably.
Scratch and sniff. Peter Chris's armpit hair.
Pew. So that's the album cover in and out.
Yeah, and as we talked about, like, the original 4. We didn't know any better.
Yep.
So
we did not know any better. Ready
to get into the tracks, or is there some information you want to talk about the album first? Still.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about here. I mean, like we said, we talked. It's marketed as the comeback album, the original 4, the return.
Yep.
But for people that are Kiss fans, they're going to know that, the original 4, I think, played on one song. What was it? Mm-hmm. You Wanted the Best was like the only album or the only song, I think.
Into the Void.
Yep. Into
the Void was the only. Peter played on that.
I'm sorry. You're correct. I'm sorry. I was referring to the only song that the all 4 sang.
That's a different thing. That's a Kiss trivia. We'll get into the songs like that.
Nope. You're right.
I guess a couple things I want to point out, Tom, is so they were originally trying to get Bob Ezrin to do this.
Yep.
And they settled for Bruce Fairbairn, what were some of those albums that he did?
Yeah, he's Bruce Fairbairn, God rest his soul, he's since passed away. He was
not too long after this either, right?
Yeah, he was probably not the right guy to do the Kiss comeback album. In my opinion.
But he had some hits going on at that time.
Yeah, he did. And I don't think they wanted him. I think they, like you said, they wanted Bob Ezrin, but he couldn't do it.
There was a timing thing for him.
Bruce Fairbairn is known for producing Slippery When Wet, New Jersey by Bon Jovi, Permanent Vacation, Pump, Get a Grip, Aerosmith, Razor's Edge. He's a world-renowned, uber famous producer.
Young guy. He was only not even 50 when he died. He died in 99, so not too long after this album.
And I will say, the production of the album, like the sound, the album sounds good.
Yeah.
The drums are heavy because they're played by Kevin Valentine, not Peter Criss. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But I think the drums sound great. I think the album sonically sounds terrific, and I think that's Bruce Fairbairn's credit to him.
But would you rather have that, or would you have Hotter Than Hell? Well, the production sucks, but the songs are awesome.
I would rather have awesome songs.
Yeah.
You know?
So the other part is, so Bruce Fairbairn, am I saying his name correctly?
Fairbairn.
Whatever the fuck.
Whatever.
And the recording engineer, Mike Ponticoff, I think.
Yep.
They talk a lot about behind the mask. They talk a lot about, the stuff. And what found out was, if you read into the information you can get all over the place about the making of Psycho Circus, is Paul wasn't a big fan of Bruce.
Exactly.
He felt that Bruce was kissing Gene's ass.
Yep.
And he felt that he didn't understand Kiss and was, quote unquote, clueless about Kiss. And when he wasn't in the studio, Paul would go back and change all his shit. So what the hell was the point of having him? He felt that he wasn't doing everything great. Now, Paul has some funny quotes about Psycho Circus. I give it 4 stars, he says. He says that my songs on this album were great. Some other songs were not. So he's basically saying, yeah, I did my job. And if it wasn't for Bruce, maybe this album would have been better. And the reason my songs came out great is because I didn't listen to him, because he doesn't know anything about Kiss. Then where the fuck did you hire him then?
I don't think that. I think that's the point. I think they settled on Bruce.
Yeah, they were just, okay, I think this guy makes money and this is how we'll go.
And they maybe they looked at his resume of what the success that he's had.
Somebody sold somebody on this.
Yep.
They should have been better prepared.
Yep.
To push back and be like, this is us. Do you know us?
Yep.
I mean, he even says that, I like Destroyer. He says nice things about the band. He says a lot of positive things, doesn't put down anybody. Except for the other two.
Now, I was going to say, and this is a problem that I have with Paul. Like, you're like we said, God rest his soul, but he's shitting all over Bruce. Like you said, he didn't have a clue. He had his head up Gene's ass. Like he was like, well, if that's the case, and this is your comeback album with the original 4, fucking make a change, Paul. This is your band. Why are you settling on this?
I wanted to get something like Destroyer. Guess what? You wanted to get the 4 originals, and you wanted to get like Destroyer. Then you get an Eddie Kramer, or you get Bob Ezrin, and you wait to get your schedule set. What's your fucking rush?
Or you produce the album yourself, which Paul had done in the past.
Yeah, which he basically did on this for his songs.
Right.
But, I look at it as, you should have known better. And the other aspect of this, though, is, I know Paul does say Bruce is a nice guy, but he wasn't too fond of the other two. Bruce wasn't.
Right.
So even the engineer there, if I pronounce his name incorrectly,
Mike Plotnikoff.
Was basically, it was Bruce's decision to not put Ace and Peter on there, that he had them on there and they were terrible.
Yep.
That they can't do it. And so Bruce is like, fuck this. He said that if he let those 2 guys on the album, if the 4 of them recorded, the album would have taken over a year to do.
Yep.
And Plotnikoff tells a story. At one point, he's at the switchboard, and Ace is sitting down next to him. He's like playing Ace is doing a solo for one of the songs, and he finally looks back. He's like, what the fuck is going on? Why is he playing anything? And he looks back, and Ace fell asleep. All right, what's up? Am I playing? What's going on?
What are we doing? Does it shock me? Where are we? Fucking mess.
And that's just the thing. So these aren't just, Paul and Gene are mean. They should be more diplomatic about those other 2 shortcomings. I mean, they obviously said Peter can't do shit. Ace is good, but he's sloppy. He's not he can't keep up. He's hard to focus. And he did say Ace brought in like 6 songs, and 5 of them were absolutely terrible. But even when you hear about Ace's songs on albums, they're always like, well, Gene took this, and then Paul took the bridge and made into this, and then Bob did this. It's always somebody like, you have some good parts here, original riffs. But hold on, let's make this a song, would you?
Speaking of songs and Ace, this might be my favorite friggin' quote of the whole thing. Again, Behind the Mask, great reference. When he's talking about, he's like, when I write songs, excuse me, I don't really think about them that much. He goes, This is great. He goes, to me, it appears Gene doesn't know the difference between a good song and a bad song. Because if you come in with 100 songs and you don't know which one's better, then it doesn't make sense to me.
Because Gene would come in with like, oh, that's a song. And I get aces like Paul, like, well, I've got an idea here. Let me work on it. It's either going to work out or it's gone.
Right.
Not fucking recording 100 demos.
Right.
That's why you get fucking My Uncle's a Rafty Parrot. Whatever the fuck you wrote.
Stanley the Parrot?
My Uncle the Raft. Like, I mean, that's why you get that shit. And that's why he produces a shit box called The Vault. Because it's got so much material.
Yeah.
Whereas the other ones are like, either I'm going to do something or I'm not.
But I
find that funny, though, too.
And you know what else pisses me off, too? And I'm just going to say this right here. You kind of...
Okay.
Paul says, quote, I think it's a spectacular album. It's right up with anything I consider our best.
Yep, I saw that.
Are you fucking high?
But you remember that he's talking about his shit because he said his stuff is awesome.
And exactly.
And then he's like, the other people's stuff.
Let me repeat the question. Are you fucking high? Okay? We'll get into that, but give me a break already. So yeah, like we said, Peter Criss, he's barely on this album. Kevin Valentine's the drummer. Ace is barely on this album. Tommy Thayer does a lot of the guitars. It was, I think the reunion and the tour looked good, but when it came time to record an album, Paul and Gene were like, fuck this. This ain't working. This shit ain't working. And Bruce Fairbairn, that's why he's like, look, like you already said, we can't do this. The four of you can't make this album.
I'm not using those two.
Nope.
So that's the kind of scenario that we're at.
Yeah, and you got an interesting quote from Danny Goldberg, who at the time was president of Mercury Records, the company that released the album. Yeah. And he said, I thought the album was good, but we didn't do great with it. He's trying to talk about how you need a hit song. They didn't have a hit song. They had good songs, but they weren't hits. He's like, if people are interested in Kiss, they're going to buy an old record. It's the same thing with the Rolling Stones. They tour well, but they're not selling records. And I think that's what happened with this one. I think everybody, including us, was so fired up for this album.
Yeah.
And, we'll get into what we think about it.
So it's funny because you're right. I mean, the album did go gold right off the bat rather quickly.
Oh, my God. It debuted at number 3.
Yeah, I remembered that.
Here's how you know a Kiss album is not good. Okay? When Rolling Stone and Entertainment Weekly love it. That's how you know.
Why the fuck would they love that album?
Rolling Stone, quote, Psycho Circus is an album of platform stomping rhythms, roller coaster guitar riffs, and sing-along choruses. Entertainment Weekly says, this is rock with a capital R. This new effort proves that in the circus of hard rock dinosaurs, Kiss remains its Barnum and Bailey.
Yeah.
Come on, give me a break.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
So, want to get into the tracks?
Let's do it.
All right. First song is this.
It's your favorite song, Zeus.
Oh, my God. Psycho Circus, written by Paul Stanley and C. Cuomo. Is that Chris Cuomo from Cuomo Primetime? CNN. Let's get after it.
Stop.
Did you ever see a show? He says that.
No.
Paul, let's get after it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to start off with the circus. Stay with me. And then I'm going to go, and come, break it down. Get up! And do little things like that. And then scream, the Circus. And I say, welcome to the show.
So you don't like the song?
Okay. Yeah, that song sucks.
Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Now I say this every time we prep for an album review episode, I immerse myself in the album. I soak myself in lamp oil, and then I light myself on for the. All right. Let me tell you this. Psycho Circus is not as bad as you make it out to be. It's not a great song by any stretch, but the chorus is terrible. It's a lazy fucking chorus. The little breakdown in the middle of the song, terrible. But I think the musically it's an okay song. It's stupid. The whole fucking circus thing is dumb. It's just dumb.
It was number one on Billboard's mainstream rock charts.
Yeah, I could see that. It's a catchy song. I mean, if you're not a huge Kiss fan, I could see people.
It was nominated for a Grammy. It lost to Robert Plant, Jimmy Page song.
Okay.
It was Metal Edge's Video of the Year.
But I could see that, though. Kiss hasn't been around. I could see why people enjoyed the song. I can. I mean, it's a catchy, hooky rock song. It's not great.
Are you done trying to be diplomatic while I rip this shit up?
I'm not being diplomatic. I'm just telling you what I think. You know, we're honest. We don't kiss anybody.
It was written to fit the theme of Psycho Circus, the tour and album. The video, the 3D theme. You ever see the video?
Yep.
It's the first makeup video since I Love It Loud. Remember that one?
Yep.
You go from that to that. And the big thing was Paul was asking Bob Ezrin, Bob, how do I start the album?
Oh, God.
And this is what they wanted to do, that theme of starting the album. And remember this because I'm going to come back to that. So they start the album like by Welcome to the Show. And then they said, oh, I want to make this sound like Destroyer, start like that. And Paul was asking Ezrin, what would Bob do about this? And then when he played it to him, Bob said, I do it just like that.
Yeah.
You mean shitty.
Yeah, exactly. And then Paul says, I'm still real proud of this song and that it has for me the same cinematic and visual quality that Destroyer had. Dude, are you fucking high? Again, I'm going to ask you high.
You can't be that high.
Man, you can't be that high.
Do you know what that is?
Tell me.
Jamie Foxx, when he had his comedy special, when he said that, what was it? Whitney Houston said, Bobby Brown is the king of R&B. Shit. Ribs and barbecue, rocks and blunts. He ain't the king of R&B. He hadn't had an album all since 83.
Rocks and blunts.
You can't be that high. You can't be that high, Whitney. Rocks and blunts.
Rocks and ribs and barbecue.
Brown's the king of R&B. Let's go off on that tangent. Then what's our other favorite part of that fucking special?
What, the OJ walk?
It's that walk. Every time I see him, it's that walk. Look like he's wiping blood off his shoes. Motherfucker.
For anybody out there listening, if you have not seen the Jamie Foxx stand-up, you have to see it just for the OJ walk. The OJ walk. We're gonna have to. We'll post the clip. We're gonna have to post the clip.
When he goes and he does the Shaq one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I want to thank my brothers, my family, my brother. The other one's when he goes to Africa and he smells the African guy and they both think each other stinks. Motherfucker, it is you. What is that smell? It smells like shit. Yes, it does smell like shit. You. You guys got to listen. That's one of my favorite comedy specials. Jamie
it's one of the best.
Oh, awesome. Anyways, steering the car back into the lane. Where the fuck was I?
I don't know. We're losing it now. This is what happens when we don't have a guest on.
Shit songs and shit albums. Paul played, Tommy played, Bruce played, and Kevin Valentine played on this song.
Yeah, and now I will say, I'm going to get back to the song. Sonically speaking, I think the drums are on the whole album. I think the drums sound great on this.
Hold that thought. So,
okay.
Psycho Circus. We finished. Are we finished? Can we move on?
Please do.
Okay. Then we get into this, Within, written by Gene Simmons. Now, you were saying about the drums. These fucking drums in this song kick ass. This song sounds so heavy.
Again, musically speaking, the song sounds great. Gene and the lyrics, fucking terrible. You could tell that it's a leftover from Carnival of Souls. like even Gene says, it was written at the same time that he was doing Carnival of Souls. In fact, he had a song titled Carnival of Souls. He asked, that's Bruce, I think, right?
A song titled Everything. He's got a million songs.
Oh, I got a good Gene.
The Gene song called Tickle My Balls.
I got a good Gene quote later on when we get to a certain song. So he asked Bruce to come in and play on the demo for this. And then he says the middle guitar solo, when the whole song changes its speed and tune and everything. He wrote that. He said he wrote that as an homage to the middle of Detroit Rock City.
Yeah.
He said it was supposed to be in a different song, but we never finished it. So I stuck it in the middle of this song. What the fuck?
He's got the most ADD of anybody. Look, he just throws shit all over. That's why half of these album reviews, that song still should be half of this. Then it went to that album. Then it went on to that song.
Well, what is he place? Okay, look, I know you don't like Rush, and that's totally fine. This is something that Rush would do. Rush is famous for their time signatures, where the song all of a sudden stops and goes in a completely different direction. This is not a Kiss. What are you doing? It's just stupid.
May I jump in? So this also is, Gene says, comes from the George Harrison song "Within You, Without You."
Now, whatever, Gene.
That's Bruce with the backward guitar in the beginning.
Yes.
Like that shit.
Yep.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yep.
I think this is a good song. A very good song. It sounds heavy. It sounds badass, I think.
That's okay.
It sounds very Deemish. Dun, 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 dun. I want to be.
Yeah.
I love that.
The chorus, I love.
Nasty.
The chorus sounds great. The verses, when Gene is just like moaning, like, blah, 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 I don't like that. The chorus is cool. The music's great. Yep.
All right. Moving on to this. Hey, Tom, do you pledge allegiance to this?
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, I fucking love this song. I love the song. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. It is so corny and cheesy, but here's the thing. I'm going to say it again. Musically, I love the music in this song. The lyrics are whatever. I love it. The
lyrics written by Paul Stanley, his friend Holly Knight, who's got a couple other tracks there, and Kurt Como. Let's get after it, Chris Como. I pledge allegiance to the state of rock and roll. Paul's another attempt at Rock and Roll All Night anthem.
Yep.
That he's still pissed off that Gene took that, and it's Gene's got the biggest song in Kiss history.
Yep.
Honestly, I believe this song is something that Paul took to Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp, and he teaches retards that fucking go there and say, now half our people go, hey, I went to that.
Yeah,
hey,
exactly.
This is how you want to write a rock anthem. And I think one kid that flunked out of his Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp said, hey, how about we do one called The State of Rock and Roll? I pledge allegiance. I don't like that idea. And then he goes in the back, goes, that's a great one.
Yeah, it's funny, though, when you see Paul's quotes, he says, all I can say is my songs on this album are great. What the fuck, dude?
I can't deal with that. All I can say is my shit's great.
I will say I like the song. It's corny and cheesy, but I like it musically. It's a good song.
Paul says it's great, and all his songs are great on the album.
It's not great.
But not everyone else is great.
Yeah, settle down, Beavis. It's not fucking great. Nothing is great on this album.
Pledge allegiance to the state.
Yeah.
Are you ready to go Into the Void?
Please continue.
Ace, Into the Void. Written by Ace and Carl Cochran, a friend of his.
Yep.
Thoughts?
I like it. I like the overall riff that kind of carries through the song. I think Ace sounds good in it. I think the chorus is kind of cool and catchy. It's a good Ace song. I like it. I mean, it's not great, and it's not Rocket Ride or Shock Me, but I like it.
Yeah, I think Gene played around with the lyrics and made it more Ace with the black hole void kind of stuff.
Yep.
And he tinkered with it as usual. And I think Paul helped him out with it as well.
Yep.
This is the part where Mike Plotnikoff goes, oh, Ace, the songs that Ace brought in were horrible.
I know. He goes, yeah. He goes, it was hard to get a good song out of Ace.
But he did say this is the only song that the original four played on. They played it live and recorded it.
Yep.
If they just use, he says, if they just use the four to play, it would take over a year to do this album.
Oh, yeah.
But Ace invites Peter, come play on this. You only have one song on the album. Come play on my song.
No.
So Ace is the one.
No, you got to read the quote here. Peter Criss, quote, I remember going over to Ace's house on a Sunday morning. He called me up to fuck around with him. Then he goes,
play with each other?
Then he goes,
I really fuck around.
Then he goes, I really got off on that. Out of all the songs I really took to, Ace is like, hey, man, you didn't get a tune on the album. Come on over. Let's fuck around with my tune. Oh, Peter gets a song. Believe me.
Oh, yeah.
Peter gets a song.
So I think it's a pretty good song. It's a typical, Ace song.
Yeah, I like it. It's tolerable.
Yeah.
It's tolerable.
So are you ready to go down Abbey Road?
Oh.
By the one and only Chaim Witz. What do you think?
Can I plead the fifth?
Go on.
Literally, if anybody listened to our Smashes, Thrashes, and Shit episode way back, this song, it's embarrassing that I'm a Kiss fan. It's embarrassing that this is in their discography. It is embarrassing. It is shameful. It should be stricken from the record. It's a fucking disaster. I don't know what more to say. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. It's brutal.
Gene said he wanted to make this song kind of like about One for All and the band being together, and like the Kiss, the Coke commercial, the famous "I'd like to teach the world to sing" commercial, and he wanted to be something like that. That's some real stupid shit, Gene.
What the fuck are you talking about, Gene? You got the original four-back reunion. Everybody's waiting for the album, and you want to write the fucking sequel to the Coca-Cola theme song? What?
This is when we should do an episode, Gene's Beatles songs, but they're going to be Kiss album tracks, studio album tracks, not the fucking 50,000 pile of shit called The Vault. This is a big Beatles fucking ripoff. So I think if it doesn't fit Kiss, it doesn't fit the album. I like the song, but it's kind of like we are one.
Another lazy chorus. And here's a great line from Gene. I love this. I always have the band in mind when writing songs. Okay, it's a lie. It's really tough to write pivotal signpost songs that say this is Kiss. I love this. Then I came up with the line, "We are one." Oh, you're right. That's original. No one ever said "We are one," Gene. No one.
I invented the word "the."
Fucking brutal. Just a painful embarrassment of a song. Brutal. So,
well, this is Gene, Paul, Tommy, and Kevin Valentine on this song.
Yeah. Well, keep the shit streak going with the next one.
Oh, that's "You Wanted the Best," written by Gene Klein.
Fuck, man.
Originally called "Just Give Me Love." He says that he took the opening drum from the Chubby Checker song "Let's Twist Again."
Oh, it gets worse.
If that's not the most metal fucking thing you've ever heard, I don't know what is. Let's Twist Again by Chubby Checker.
Oh no, it gets worse.
Well, wait.
That was one of the first records I bought. I was a Chubby Checker fan. I was a Twist. Wait, no. I became a Twist champion. What the fuck? What is going on? Where am I right now?
That's funny, Chubby Checker. My daughter takes class, like some music class in school, and they taught her all this stuff. So my daughter started asking me about Fats Domino.
All right, that's good.
Right?
She's learning.
Fats Domino, Chubby Checker. What the fuck? Who thought of those names? Do you think Gene was like, I need to be somebody like that? I'm going to be bloated backgammon. Like, what is all these fat names?
You know what this is? Honestly, when you hear a song like this, and you hear a song like "We Are One," and you read about it, it's so arrogant and not knowing who you are and who your fan base are. What are you doing writing these songs? This is fucking awful. It's brutal. The music's terrible. I mean, it's just awful. You know, the best part of this song is Ace. Go ahead, Zeus. What does Ace say that makes this fucking song tolerable?
What you want?
Because it's not your place.
That song in lyric is so unbelievably like out of tune. It's even I can pick that up.
It's like it was edited in.
So they told each other it was about the band, and Bruce told them, "I need you guys to sound piss off, really pissed off." And Peter says, "Oh, I can do that, no problem. Check this out."
Now, Peter
with his anger management.
Peter actually sounds really good on this song. His voice sounds great. The song's a disaster.
Yeah,
it's awful.
Is again, it sticks out for me because it's the only song that has all four members. The closest thing is I think Kissing Time.
Yeah, with all the vocals, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's why it has a special place for me.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you that.
Yeah, so besides Gene's Twist Championship and Twist, and then you got the, Peter being mad. Ace played lead guitar, along with his other two songs where he played guitar. The one song that's not on the album, In Your Face, and on Into the Void, and this.
Yep.
And then Kevin Valentine played drums on this.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's not good.
All right. So we're moving on, Tom, to the Patriots theme song.
That's right, baby.
Let's go. 4 Glasses.
I like it. Again, cheesy lyrics, but whatever. Musically speaking, I like it. The chorus, whatever. It's corny, but it's okay. I like it. I think I've always liked this one.
Yeah.
And it's funny because Bruce Fairbairn even acknowledged that they were concerned that the title was too cliched, which it is. But they ended up coming back to it, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I like the song a lot.
Yeah.
I know it's cliche and cheesy and stuff, but I like that whole "you can do it, water boy" championship. Honestly, for me, I think this was meant for something. SI, congratulations, New England Patriots just won the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
And play their Super Bowl DVD that this plays. I love the lyrics. I think it fits, and I love Paul's singing on this. It's a great song.
Yeah.
I know it may be too cliche and cheesy to some people. I like it though.
Yeah, I like it too.
And this is another one written with his friend Holly Knight. Helped him out.
Yep.
Paul. Now, Tom, if you're not going to fall in love, I think this song will make you fall in love. I finally found my way.
Again, if anybody has listened to our Smashes, Thrashes, and Shit episode, this song is so bad. Again, whenever we prepare for our album reviews, I listen to the album. I listen to it more than once. This song is so bad. It's not even a bad Kiss song. It's a bad song. It's terrible. And there's a piece of me that wonders, did Paul and Gene do this to Peter on purpose? Did they do this on purpose for him? And he could have done something like Getaway or Mainline or Baby Driver. They gave him this. Am I being a conspiracy theorist? What do you think?
Yes.
Okay.
Bob Ezrin and Paul wrote this. Ezrin wrote this with the thought for Peter. We got to give him a great ballad. Ezrin wrote this. He played the piano on it even. It gets a lot of hate, this song. A lot of Kiss hate.
It's not a good song. I mean, honestly, forget Kiss. If anybody did this song, it's not a good song. It sounds terrible. It's very whiny. It's arranged. It's just not good.
Listen.
Go ahead.
I think it's just with tainted Kiss glasses. I think
no.
It's a good song. I like the song. I can listen to it. I can picture Peter Cetera in Chicago doing this song.
That's my point.
And making a hit. I like the song. I think it's fine. I like Peter's voice. I think Peter can sing the hell out of ballads.
You're fired.
I like it. It's just not a Kiss song.
You're fired.
Somehow they let Paul's Peter Criss solo album song end up on a Kiss album.
No way. Oh, no.
But let me finish. Paul wrote this for Peter.
Exactly.
So if the song gets shit, Paul should take the shit.
Which is where my conspiracy theory comes in. Oh, Peter, you want a song? Sing this pile of dog shit right here.
Oh, even they were talking about it, that Peter sang his heart into this, was like tearing up when he sang it, and he put his real emotion to it. Peter it's an emotional fucking bastard.
By the way, I think this song, if this was on his solo album, this would be the worst song on Peter's solo album.
Nope.
I'm talking, and that includes Easy Thing.
No,
all those other
Easy Thing or fucking
terrible.
And there was also some, fear of tension with Ezrin and Fairbairn, and in the studio working on this song.
Yeah, I could see why.
If you got Ezrin in there for that, you couldn't figure out a schedule to get this thing done right.
Yep.
It's aggravating.
Agreed.
Aggravating.
Agreed.
I like the song. I just don't think it's a Kiss song.
Okay.
Next is I'm 18 by Alice Cooper. Let's hear it. What do you think about Dreamin', written by Paul and Bruce Kulick?
I actually don't mind this song. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I listened to it again. I've said it a couple times already. Musically speaking, I like it. It's good. It's not great. It's not what I want to hear from a Paul song. But it's listenable, I would say. What about you?
Not a fan of this song at all.
Really? Okay.
I think this song is horrible.
Really? Okay. Why is that?
I know they got sued by Alice Cooper and they ended up settling it because it rips off 18. Yep. I don't understand how they don't know that that's ripping off 18.
Yeah.
But it's just, there's nothing to it. It's just, I'm a demon. It sounds very whiny. It's just terrible.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not. Mm-hmm. I agree.
So,
There's really. Yep.
I don't have much to say about this. Do you?
I do not. Nope. That's about it.
Let's go for a journey of 1,000 years. Go ahead, spit it out.
Fucking brutal. What a shit show of a song. This song, you know what it is? This song gets worse as it progresses. It starts off going nowhere with that repetitive like dun 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 dun, 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 and then it just keeps going. And then Gene starts to raise his pitch and Gene starts to whine, and it's fucking awful. It's brutal. Honestly, I can't. It's just so bad. This is so it's just so disappointing.
All right. Gene, one of Gene's old songs, You're My Reason for Living. So the Strings played the guitar theme from Psycho Circus. I don't know if you get that.
Yeah, I did get that. That's very cool. That's about the only cool thing about this song.
The other part about this is I told you I'd come back to it.
Okay.
Welcome to the show. The theme was the Welcome to the Show, Psycho Circus.
Yep.
If you read the lyrics of A Journey of 1,000 Years, and Gene talks about this was going to be part of a Kiss movie he was going to do for a while.
Yep.
The lyrics at the end. Did you feel it coming? Did you hear it?
Yep.
Like, it's here.
Yeah.
This whole journey of Kiss, and that's the way they're ending it. I love that. I like that it ends on a theme.
Fuck that.
I really like this song. Like this song. This song is awesome.
What is going on here?
It's just the mood, the way it goes. I think it's fucking awesome. I love it.
Wow. Wow.
I'm a big fan of this song. I think it's fantastic.
What?
My
God.
So once again, me and you and our
I can't handle
Kiss taste are all over the map.
I can't handle this.
So 10 songs. Now, before we break down into what we think of and rank them, there were a bunch of songs, and I could have done this. The only one really that is part of this album, I will say, is this song, In Your Face by Ace. This is on the Japanese version of Psycho Circus. I like this song.
How is this not on the regular U.S. version? The fucking song kicks ass. This is why I think Paul and Gene, they bite off their nose to spite their face. How the fuck is a song like We Are One on this album? But this song, what, they didn't want to give Ace 2 songs?
How is this on this album? Dreamin' is on that album.
Oh, that too. Okay, fine.
Or how do you say, you know what? Why the fuck are we putting on Japanese? Why don't we just make 11 songs? What's the difference?
That too.
What, do we have to pay more for fucking adding an extra song? I mean, come on.
I don't get it. Yep, I don't get it. I don't get it.
I like this song a lot. Now,
I do
there
too.
are other songs that were going to be on this album during the session. They recorded a bunch.
Yeah.
So there are songs like, obviously, Nothing Can Keep Me From You. It's My Life, which was done. Gene tried to get it on albums for years.
How is
which
that?
Which is the best, one of the top. This is a Mount Rushmore song for me.
How is that not on? Again, how is that not on here? How?
The version that they did for that is with Ace singing a portion of the lyrics.
Yeah, on the
that
box.
Song's awesome. And they did. Ace played on that song, too.
I don't get it.
The song Carnival of Souls, Rain Keeps Falling, Body and Soul, Sweet and Dirty Love, I Want to Rule the World, Hope, I Am Yours, Rare View, not to confuse with Pearl Jam's Rare View Mirror. Like a bunch of these songs ended up on Gene's Asshole or The Vault, or if it's Paul's, Nowhere.
So let me ask you this. How are we supposed to believe that those songs, like who said, you know what, these songs aren't going to make the cut. Instead, we're going to put You Wanted the Best on here.
I like You Wanted the Best because it has the 4 people. Okay. So, but I get what you're saying.
Okay.
All I'm saying for you is it goes back to the thing that we've talked about since day one when we started this podcast. For those who don't know or those who pretend to know, Paul Stanley runs Kiss. When it all comes down to it, Paul runs it. And you know why? Gene knows because of Kiss, he can make as much money as he ever can dream of.
Oh, yeah.
He just needs to know at some point, push comes to shove, Paul will put his foot down on certain things and he can't beat it. So for Paul, it's like a win-win for both of them. Like Paul just sits back and lets Gene be the fucking, the cash whore, selling out everything and doing all this work, making Paul a millionaire 100 times over.
Yep.
And Gene knows, well, in the end, Paul's got a ton of talent. He'll do all the fucking work. He'll come up with the hooks. He'll get the right stuff. And if I have to let him do that, doesn't matter. I'll get my 3 or 4 songs on. If he gets 4 or 5, what do I give a shit? If he fucks over Ace or Peter, I'm not stepping in the middle of that. Fuck it. What do I care? I get to make all my money. And Paul's saying, well, Gene makes me all this money. But in the end, fuck you. My song is the single. Fuck you. My song's the first song on. Fuck you. I get 5 songs. And fuck you, Peter. Pick up my bags.
Pretty much. Yeah. No, you're right. I don't deny any of that. But so I compiled a list here of why this album sucks. Okay? So I have a couple of bullet points about why this album is a pile of shit.
Go ahead.
Okay? First one. It feels like a concept album. When I listen to this, it's almost like a hard rock version of The Elder with some of the songs on here. Okay? Like Dreamin' and Journey of 1,000 Years and the thematic elements that go through some of the songs. Okay? Yep. But here's the big reason why this album sucks. More so because it's the original 4. It's supposed to be the throwback album, Let's Get Back. When you listen to those classic Kiss albums, you know, Love Gun, Rock and Roll Over, you know, Harder Than Hell, whatever. Or even the 80s albums, you know, Animalize, Crazy Nights. All of those albums are all about sex and girls and fucking and all that stuff. That's why people love Kiss and why they sold all those albums. There's not one song on this album about a girl. There's not one song on here about love or sex or chicks.
All right, let's go through it. Psycho Circus is a theme about being the band and they're we're Psycho, we're the circus. Yep. Within is like a dark fucking whatever demon kind of song. What's the next one?
I Pledge Allegiance.
I Pledge Allegiance is an anthem.
Okay.
You can do it, water boy. Okay, what's next?
Into the Void.
Ace singing about space.
We Are One. Exactly. You wanted the best.
The band talking about breaking up.
I finally found my way. Peter whining because he sucks, and that's
love song.
Okay, Dreamin'.
I don't fucking know.
Journey of 1,000 Years.
Demon kind of spacey trippy.
Exactly. There's no I Stole Your Love. There's no
Beat My Body.
Even that. Okay.
Bang Bang You.
Right. Or even that. Or
let's put the X in sex.
That's my.
See where I'm going.
Yes, you're making my point, but it even doesn't need to be that corny. There's no Ladies' Room. There's no Love Gun. No I Was Made for Loving You. No
I Want You.
No I Want You. Making Love or Black Diamond. Nothing. None of these songs are related to what made Kiss Kiss.
Yeah, it's almost like they said, I know you guys are made on this, but have you guys tried to take what you were somewhat doing on Revenge and then what you definitely did in Carnival Souls? Why don't you continue on that theme, but do it with old Kiss?
But that's what I'm saying. It has an elder vibe to it in terms of that the songs are all thematic. There's none of that, you know, there's no it's just it's frustrating and I'll tell you right now, I'm watching Zeus on Skype and he's making me laugh. So this is bad. This is bad. But I didn't realize that issue until I listened to this album start to finish, you know, in full, songs 1 through 10. Yeah, songs 1 through 10. I'm like, where is the, you know, where is the I Stole Your Love? You know, where is the Sure Know Something? Where is the, you know, like, where's the Lick It Up? None of that. There's no dirty songs on here. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah. Very frustrating.
Oh, I'm with you on that. I just, you know, I see what you're saying. Someone told them, don't be Kiss.
Who do you think told him that?
I don't know.
Paul's strength. Paul's strength is writing those kinds of songs. That's what Paul is good at. In Gene, too.
When did Revenge come out?
Revenge came out in 92. This seems like a holdover from Carnival
98, Souls. 6 years different. He went from Take It Off, I Just Wanna, to You Man.
Can you imagine if Revenge was this album. Imagine that. That's
Peter
what
and them
people
can't do that shit. Ace can't do that shit.
but they didn't do it anyways. But what I'm saying is like a song, like you said, like a song like I Just Wanna, or a song like Take It Off, or a song like even a song like Heart of Chrome, a song about a girl, something.
The original traditional Kiss were good hooks, fun lyrics. Great.
There's nothing fun about this album unless you're celebrating a Super Bowl championship. Right? Now, that being said, earlier today, I sent you a text and I said, I have a revelation that I want to share on this episode. Now, I won't tell you people what Zeus thought the revelation was going to be. But
I asked Tom if he was coming out.
Yep. Okay, there you go.
Well, the way he phrased it, I was like, what?
That's not happening.
I need to reveal something on the air. Okay.
So anybody that listens to this show knows how I feel about certain albums in the Kiss catalog.
Right.
And again, I spent a couple of days listening to Psycho Circus in depth a lot. And my revelation is this.
You don't like Kiss.
This monster is better than Psycho Circus. That's a fact.
Way off.
Nope. That's a fact.
I say you're way off?
Why?
It's because you have Monster ranked so low. Maybe your lowest Kiss album.
I do.
So this is your lowest Kiss album.
I had Psycho Circus and Monster neck and neck as my least favorite Kiss albums, but I like one or two songs on Psycho Circus, but the weak points on this album are so weak and unlistenable. There might be songs on Monster that I don't really enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
But I could listen to Monster A to Z, top to bottom, and maybe be like, I'm not a huge fan of the song, but I can listen to it.
Yeah.
But with this album, I find half the album. I just can't do it.
Well, Tomas, we do our rankings.
Yes, we do.
So first thing I want you to rank, number 10. We're going to go 10 to 1.
Okay.
Songs. Okay. Your number 10 song is what?
I Finally Found My Way.
Ugh. My number 10 is Dreamin'.
Okay.
Your number 9.
We Are One.
Mine is that shit fucking
oh my
Psycho
God.
Circus.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Ninth best song on this album.
Wait. You're telling me you would prefer to listen to We Are One over Psycho Circus?
Let's go down the list, my friend.
Okay.
Number 8.
Number 8 for me is wait, what did I say? I said I Finally Found My Way in We Are One.
That's why we write these down, Tom.
I know I don't do that. I'm terrible. That's why you're the bookkeeper here. I'm not. All right. So number 8 for me.
Crypt keeper.
Special. What?
That looks like Ace these days.
So number 8 for me is Journey of a Thousand Years.
Number 8 for me. I pledge allegiance to the state.
Our list is like reverse.
Okay. Number 7.
Number 7 for me is You Wanted the Best.
Number 7 for me.
Yep.
We Are One.
Okay.
Number 6 for you.
Dreamin'.
Number 6 for me is I Finally Found My Way.
How the fuck is that 6th?
I like the song.
Dear Lord.
Number 5 for you.
Within.
Jesus Christ. Into the Void for me.
Okay.
Number 4 for you.
Into the Void.
Number 4 for me is You Wanted the Best. I love the fact that all 4 people are singing.
Okay.
Number 3 for you.
Psycho Circus.
Oh, that song sucks. Number 3 for me. Very high. These songs really are songs I really like.
Yep.
Journey of a Thousand Years.
Oh, Lord.
Number 2 for you.
Raise Your Glasses.
Raise Your Asses.
Yep.
Number 2 for me is Within. Number 1 for you.
I Pledge Allegiance. My two favorite.
Oh my God, that song sucks.
But honestly, I admit the lyrics are a fucking disaster. I really like the music. I like the music.
Sure you do.
Yep.
My number one is Raise Your Glasses.
Okay.
So from 10 to 1, start from the bottom. Your list again, do you remember?
Yes.
Go.
Oh, shit. I think I remember.
Try not to drop everything.
Please, I wouldn't mind if I dropped this and fucking smashed it. All right, so my number 10 is I Finally Found My Way. My number 9 is We Are One. My number 8 is Journey of 1,000 Years.
Okay.
My number 7 is You Wanted the Best. My number 6 is Dreamin'. My number 5 is
Within.
Within. My number 4 is Into the Void. My number 3 is Psycho Circus. My number 2 is Raise Your Glasses. And my number 1 is I Pledge Allegiance.
I go 10 through 1. Dreamin'. Psycho Circus. I Pledge Allegiance. We Are One. I Finally Found My Way. Into the Void. You Wanted the Best. Journey of 1,000 Years. Within. Raise Your Glasses.
Fuck that list.
It looks like the universal song for me and you is Raise Your Glasses. You want to know how fucking different our opinions are? I Pledge Allegiance. Your number one song is number 8.
Okay.
Other than Raise Your Glasses, I have Within as number 2. For me, you have it as 5. You have Psycho Circus as 3. I have it as 9.
Okay.
Journey of 1,000 Years as 3. You have it as 8. Holy fuck balls, Tommy.
Because the album's terrible.
Oh, no, you're so wrong.
Okay.
I think the bottom 2 are terrible. I think We Are One, I Pledge Allegiance are fillers. I think Into the Void, I Finally Found My Way, and You Wanted the Best are pretty, they're not bad. I think Journey, Within, and Raise Your Glasses are awesome Kiss songs.
Okay.
That's me.
Okay.
Album covers. Now, when we do album covers, we're comparing it to the album covers of other studio albums that we reviewed. So far, we reviewed in chronological order of the release dates: Dress to Kill, Rock and Roll Over, Gene Simmons Solo, and Animalize. Tom, so far you've ranked as your number 1 Dress to Kill, then Rock and Roll Over, then Gene Simmons, then Animalize. Where do you put Psycho Circus?
I'm going to move Animalize to the last and put this in 4th place.
Okay, so you go by Dress to Kill, Rock and Roll Over, Gene Simmons, then Psycho Circus, then Animalize. Correct?
I thought I had Rock and Roll Over number 1 with Dress to Kill number 2.
I believe that's backwards, Tom.
Okay. No
you
complaints.
Can change your mind.
No complaints either way. I love Dress to Kill.
It's not obviously it's not a big deal. For me, I had Rock and Roll Over, Dress to Kill, Animalize, Gene Simmons. You know what, Tom? I think you're right.
Okay, I think I am too.
I think I was reading the album itself.
Oh,
Let's do this over.
Okay.
Let's do album covers now. I will delete the rest. Album covers. Tom, you had Rock and Roll Over, Gene Simmons, Dress to Kill, Animalize.
Yep.
I had Rock and Roll Over, Gene Simmons, Dress to Kill, Animalize. The exact same thing.
Exactly.
Where are you putting Psycho Circus?
I'll drop Animalize to last and then put Psycho Circus in 4th place.
Okay. So Psycho Circus takes over 4th place. Animalize is still last.
Yep.
Miraculously, I agree with you.
Yep. So we have the same.
Still the worst.
Yep.
Those first 3 that there, Rock and Roll Over, Gene Simmons, Dress to Kill, are fucking killer album covers.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough to move those guys out.
Yeah. So now let's go to albums themselves. Okay. So albums themselves, you have Dress to Kill, Rock and Roll Over, Gene Simmons solo, then Animalize. Where do you put Psycho Circus?
Bottom.
Last.
Put it in the toilet and flush that fucker with your foot.
Bucket.
Put her in that fucking bucket.
It rubs the lotion on the skin.
Ugh.
Don't hurt my dog.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck this album.
Would you fuck Vinnie Vincent? Precious! Wait, is Vinnie a great big fat guy? All right, me. As far as albums go, I had Rock and Roll Over, Dress to Kill, Animalize, then Gene Simmons' solo album. Tom, you are going to be surprised.
If you put this...
I put Rock and Roll Over, Dress to Kill, Animalized, Psycho Circus, then Gene Simmons.
Okay.
All right, so I put this above Gene Simmons solo.
Okay. That's fine. I'm not going to argue with that, although it's terrible, but I won't argue with it.
So, we've reviewed the top 10 from this album. We've reviewed this compared to the album covers, the previous 4, and we also just reviewed the album itself with the previous 4. Oh, one other quick thing is if you want to jump back for a second.
Yeah.
If you could put In Your Face, where would you put that? Just curious.
Oh, honestly, I would put that. I mean, I still really like I Pledge Allegiance. I call me whatever. I would probably put In Your Face like maybe 2 or 3.
Really?
Yeah, musically, again, Ace. I've never been a huge fan of Ace's vocals, and it doesn't sound great on In Your Face. But I think musically, that song rips. It's a good song musically. I'd put it up there pretty high.
I would probably put it either before Into the Void or after Into the Void, so either 5 or 6. So yeah, somewhere around there. I don't think if they ever wanted the best Journey or Within or Raise Your Glasses.
Since we're talking, if they ever had the fucking brains to put It's My Life on this, it probably
that's number 1.
Me too.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, I don't want to get into all the other fucking this should be on it and stuff.
But I think that speaks volumes about us as Kiss fans and about this as an album when a song that didn't even make it would be number 1 for us. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know?
Which goes to say, what's the matter, Paul? Is it because Gene and Ace sang the song?
It's got to be. How could I say this all the time? How could they listen to a song like It's My Life and be like, nah, it's not going to make the album?
Bon Jovi just did a song like that. It's not going to make the record.
Whatever.
All right. So great topic. I love doing album reviews.
Me too.
When we did the polls about what we should be doing, that was number 1 choice, I think, on both Facebook and Twitter. That you guys prefer us to do album reviews.
Yeah, good call. Good call referencing that poll. Yeah,
we hadn't done one in a while.
People enjoy the reviews.
You know, I'm glad we got to do it.
So one more thing. I wanted to talk about this a little bit at the very beginning. So I don't know if you saw Kiss on this tour, on the Psycho Circus tour.
I'm not sure if I did.
I know that I did, and it was really weird because they were next to the stage. They had these screens with like 3D visuals.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that. Yeah, the 3D stuff. That was a failure.
Yeah, that would kind of they would kind of like incorporate them into whatever song was being played. Not only was it terrible, but it distracted you from watching the band perform. Yeah. You were watching these screens of like I remember when Ace did Into the Void, they had like these weird graphics. I'm like, why is this up here? I want to watch the band play. I don't want to watch a fucking movie.
Yeah, I didn't see the tour then.
Yeah,
I remember hearing about the glasses, but I didn't have any.
Yeah, it was stupid. It was stupid. But anyway.
Yeah. So that's Psycho Circus, fellas.
Yep.
You know what we do from here, guys? We usually go into some questions. So what do we got this week?
Okay, so we have it's a 2-part question. So the question started off from our Twitter friend Andy, who very, very interactive guy. Great. Has a huge musical taste. Does a lot of comments and tweets about all different genres of music. But he's a Kiss fan. So his question was, if you have to eliminate one studio album from the Kiss discography, which studio album gets the axe? So this is 1A from the question, and I'll get to 1B.
It's like getting rid of one of your kids.
Right.
I don't want to give away what I think is the worst album because I don't think this is the worst album.
Okay.
I would probably guess and go out on a limb and say I'd get rid of Monster, being that it's the last album. It's the one I have the least amount of sentimentality attached to it. That's where I would go. What about you?
Okay. It's funny because what I just said about Psycho Circus and Monster. There is, like you said, there is a personal attachment to Psycho. I have nothing. There's no connection to Monster with me. I feel like it's just another album.
Yeah, whereas Psycho Circus, you don't want to miss the chance that you heard all four of them on there, or Ace playing on a Kiss album again.
Right.
Right.
I mean,
without Tommy on an album because I already have Sonic Boom, which is a very good album.
I mean, I am kind of contradicting myself when I say that I think this is probably their worst album.
But it's sentimentality too. It's that's why you have more attachment to it. And I also don't want to give away what I think is the worst album they've done.
You might have to do that with this next question. So Andy posted that on Twitter, and then another one of our Twitter friends, Dave Cranston, he jumped in on Andy's comment and said, I think if people picked the album, The Elder would win in a landslide. No way, not for me. So his suggestion was, if you had to axe one album per decade, which would it be? Get rid of a 70s, an 80s, a 90s.
The 2000s, I'd get rid of Monster.
Okay.
The 90s, I guess I would have to get rid of Psycho Circus, right? They only had two.
Carnival of Souls.
Oh, Carnival of Souls, easy. Yep, there you go.
Okay.
Gone.
Okay.
So Carnival of Souls.
Then 80s.
Which could have been my answer to the previous question. That would have probably been one of the two that I'd get rid of between that and Psycho Monster, because there's no attachment to that.
Okay.
As well. The 80s, what do you got? You got The Elder, Unmasked, Animalized, Lick It Up, Creatures.
Crazy Nights.
All the way up to Crazy Nights.
Hot in the Shade. That's a tough one, man.
I'd probably go the 80s. I'd probably go look, I'd probably take Asylum.
Okay.
Or Animalize.
Yep. Now here comes the tough one. 70s.
No other album, the 80s. The Elder has songs as good as I and The Oath. That's why I'm on. I wouldn't say no other song. I shouldn't take that back. I should take that back. What I'm trying to say is, of the albums that I would eliminate, I and The Oath are so much better than the best songs on Animalize and Asylum. So I wouldn't want to miss out on those.
Oh no,
I live without Tears Are Falling or Heaven's on Fire. Yeah, I can.
I'm on
I'd be
record
pissed if I had to live without I and The Oath.
Yeah, I'm on record. I'm on record as being a fan of The Elder.
It's just that the fucking shit songs are the shit songs.
Yep.
In the 70s, if I could cheat, I would probably say Gene Solo. If I couldn't cheat, yikes.
I don't know.
God damn it. I'd probably say.
Go ahead.
Tom's going to think it's blasphemy. I'd probably say Love Gun.
All right. And thank you for listening to Shout It Out Loudcast. This is our final episode.
I'd probably say Love Gun. I can't miss out. Let me break it down. I couldn't miss out on the original because there's too many classic. It has Black Diamond. There's no way I could lose it. Hotter Than Hell is a Mount Rushmore for me. No way. Dressed to Kill, just a classic album all the way down. Then no way I'm getting rid of Destroyer. There's just no way. Rock and Roll Over is Mount Rushmore for me. I like Dynasty. The worst song on Dynasty is way better than the worst song on Love Gun.
So you would keep Peter Criss's solo album and get rid of Love Gun?
Remember what I said? I would get rid of Gene's solo album. But if I couldn't cheat by taking the solo albums,
okay,
I said I would probably take Love Gun.
Okay,
because I think Gene's is worse than Peter's.
That's heartbreaking. That is fucking heartbreaking.
Okay, go ahead. Give me your 5.
2000s, it would have to be Monster. It would have to be Monster for me. 90s for me would be Psycho Circus, because I don't mind Carnival of Souls.
Okay.
80s for me would be Asylum, easy. Well, actually, I shouldn't say Asylum easy. Asylum or Animalized, but I would lean towards Asylum.
Okay, and why?
Just because I think the weak songs on those are so weak that I can't get through some of them.
And the good songs on them are good.
Right.
They're not killer songs.
Yeah.
Right? That's how I look at it, too.
Yeah. And plus, I like the sound of Animalize. Animalize sounds awesome. You know?
So, sorry, Sonny. Go ahead.
I know. This is 2 weeks in a row with shitting on Asylum. He's going to get us.
Shitting on Sonny's
70s
love for Asylum with the solo albums.
With the solo albums?
Yes.
Oh, well, I got to take the easy way out and take Peter Criss out.
Okay, so now without the solo albums.
Okay, well, you shocked the people, to quote Tupac. You shocked the people with Love Gun?
Yeah.
I'm going to shock the people with Destroyer.
That's fucking awful. Take. That is an awful take. Life without God of Thunder. Life without Detroit Rock City.
All right, fine.
Life without Do You Love Me?
Okay, wait. Hold on.
Life without Flaming Youth? Oh, okay then.
Flaming Youth is going to be the thing.
Joking.
All right.
I'm joking.
But like you said, it's impossible because you're not going to get rid of the first album.
You have the albums in front of you, Tom. One's got to go. You're going to live overseas in a friggin' village in Lithuania. And you can only take these albums with you. What are you taking? You have to leave a 70s album behind.
It's got to be that one.
Okay.
Because Love Gun and Dynasty are 2 of my all-time favorites. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get rid of the debut album because of what it is. Hotter Than Hell. I don't love the production, but I love the music. Dressed to Kill. Mount Rushmore. Okay. Rock and Roll Over. You know, Mr. Speed, Calling Dr. Love, Baby Driver, those songs. I know that
fucking solid all the way through.
I know that Destroyer has Detroit Rock City and King of the Nighttime World and God of Thunder and all. Do You Love Me? I don't know. Now that I'm talking out loud, I don't know what I would do. But it would probably it would be
stick to your choice, Destroyer.
It would have to be Destroyer, and it would not. That would be, like you said, that would be like pushing one of your kids off a cliff.
A lot of the stuff, and we'll get into it after we do all our album reviews.
Yeah.
I look at it as how many of these albums have like 8 and aboves?
Right.
And then how many of these albums have like songs that are 2?
Yep.
Like I look at Asylum, right? Nothing on Asylum is really above like 6, maybe 7 for me. Nothing really.
Yeah.
Maybe at most a 7.
Yep.
Okay. There's a lot of fucking 2s and 3s on that album.
Yeah, and I look at it too.
And the
also,
highest
like,
is 7.
And I look, like you said too. I also look at it, and like when I was talking about Psycho Circus and Monster, like I look at the skip factor. So if I put Destroyer on, if I put those 70s albums on, what songs am I skipping that I just like? Okay, on Destroyer, I'm skipping Beth. I'm skipping Great Expectations. You know,
okay, so let's take another album like Rock and Roll Over. Other than fucking See You in Your Dreams,
and I don't
think there's nothing under a 7 for me.
Right.
That's how I look at that. That's how solid that is.
Yeah.
So then you go to the debut album. There's probably a bunch of 7s and 8s.
Yep.
There's a couple fucking 2s, but nothing like how many albums can I put that have 7s and 8s, or maybe 9s and 10s for me?
But even the 2s, even if you're going to like say, you know, make fun of like, you know, Love Theme from Kiss. Yeah. It still has like some sentimental, some humor, you connected to it because of, you know.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, so that's the hard part. And that's the thing. That's the thing. Even Love Gun. I Stole Your Love Gun. I love Plaster Caster.
Yep.
Got Love for Sale is a middle 4 or 5 for me. Fucking Almost Human is just funny. Then She Kissed Me.
Yeah, that's
I love Tomorrow Tonight, but that's why I would probably kick that one out.
It's tough. No, I know. It's a good question. That's why I liked Andy's question, but I like how Dave threw in the little addendum to pick one per year. It's funny how Dave was like, "Oh, everybody will pick the Elder." Fuck no. I'm on record as saying I am a fan of the Elder.
Great questions, guys. We love it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
So I want to do something different. I want to read an email we got today, and this is from Respectfully Stuart. Wink, wink. In parentheses, Anthony. Holy shit, was Jeopardy amazing. You guys have great chemistry. It's great when podcasts actually have fun, and they are funny dudes. You guys remind me of Pod of Thunder in that way. I download you guys every week without fail. I don't know this technical shit that he's talking about, but at one point he says you guys have a hotter than hell style of production. I think he's trying to say that is a compliment.
It's not.
He says it's perfect in my opinion for your voices and style. When somebody calls somebody a hotter than hell production, I don't think that's a compliment. But he goes on to say, I think the Boston, New England accent, which as a New Yorker, go ahead and hate on me, is usually grating, as ours is to you guys. It's perfect and adds to the comedic styling. There are so many things that are hilarious. You guys are the same age as me, so the references are hysterical. Clash of the Titans. The eye, LOL. Sue screaming, yeah. I don't know when is it my Arnold? Yeah. Or yeah. I don't know what else it's from. Tommy's quick and smart and snarky comebacks. Zeus, yellow. Hey, what's up there, Kiss Army? That needs to always stay. It's your signature. He nails the Jerky Boy stuff. Explaining the whole opening intro lyrics things. For the idiots that have taken English as second language. The Eddie Murphy, Teddy Pendergrass reference. Remember? You got what I need. Zeus' uncontrollable rolling laughter. I'm definitely missing so many other things. Your show is really capitalized like two dudes talking. Some shows say that they are, but they are BO-RING. You are like two dudes already 3 beers in at the start, and that's the shit right there. Wanted to take a minute to send something to you guys and let you know that we are out there listening and appreciating you. I know it's tough to do when life gets in the way, but you guys consistently kill it. Now, let me tell you something respectfully, Stuart, wink, wink, Anthony. When I'm at work and I just had to file a fucking brief and I'm frustrated, and then in the middle of all that, Tommy sends me a funny picture of Paul Stanley in purple tights, and I'm dying laughing. Shit like this email is why we do this podcast. Usually I catch the emails faster than Tom. Tommy will usually send me something, what the fuck? And photo, screenshot, something funny somebody wrote and text it to me. You have no idea that although we put on a serious hat, Tom has a serious job too, how quickly we take it off when no one's looking and get back to the silliness and the juvenile humor and laughter that we have as Kiss fans, as college friends, lifelong friends, and how much this podcast, the band Kiss, you guys mean to us. This is why we do it. This is what we get out of it. Not the 0.00001 cent check that we might get someday. This is why we do it. Getting an email like this lifts us up, and we get a lot of them, but this one was really funny and to the point, and I wanted to read to you some of the listeners to see this really means a lot to us, and it's really well appreciated. The kind words really get to us, and I can't thank you enough for being good listeners and loyal listeners, and we really appreciate this kind of feedback. So please, Even if you want to tell us that you can smell Tommy's bad breath through the microphone, feel free. Please get in contact with us. We love seeing this stuff. So go ahead, Tommy. Tell me your thoughts. I've been rambling. Go ahead.
I'm just extremely humbled, but honestly, to hear an email like that because, Zeus and I do this because we're buddies. We love Kiss, and we wanted to have some fun, and we wanted to hear people. We wanted people to hear what we sound like when we talk about Kiss, and that's what you're hearing. Like, we hit the record button. And
there's a couple things that we don't really get into, Tommy, because it's just we want to keep some people without getting hate mail. There's some that we don't share.
But I mean, you're hearing what other people who know us are hearing, and to hear something like that is just we love it. It's awesome, and if you don't mind. I didn't know that Zeus was going to read that because I have a couple of other comments that I wanted to share from some of our listeners that have shared some of their thoughts about the show. So I don't want it to sound like, it's a fucking Shout It Out Loudcast friggin' jerk off session here, but
it's a fucking foot rub. Go ahead.
So we've gotten a couple.
I want to hear some of this shit. Go ahead.
So we've gotten a couple other some feedback from our from listeners. So. This is from one of our buddies, Grayson Gallegos. He's been interacting with us, and he said, this is what he said. Remember when you and your friends would hang out and talk about your favorite band? That's what this podcast is like. It's all about Kiss. Sit back, grab a cold gin, put a log in the fireplace, and remember those crazy nights. All right, that's awesome. Okay, we got another one here from one of our new listeners, Travis Baxter. Great show with some cool dudes. Okay, another guy, another new listener, Ray Kurtzinger. He says, "I love all things Kiss. I'm listening to your Strutter episode, which we did about opening intro lyrics. He's like, this is awesome." Another newer guy by the name of Kevin Hines on Facebook. He said, "My dad and I have been doing Kiss lists for years. Hearing others do the same is refreshing." Another comment here saying the barbecue episode that you guys did for the 4th of July was great. I love the ball busting. Just reading stuff like that. We're just a couple of regular guys that love Kiss, and the fact that we can have people out there like you guys sharing that enjoyment with us, like we always say, it's why we do the show. And we're glad that you're having fun because we sure as shit are having a blast doing this.
I can tell you guys this, which, this will segue into what I was going to bring up too. So we have something coming up pretty big for us in the next couple weeks. You shall see. I've been kind of hinting at this for a little bit. I'm not going to let you guys know right now, but it's because of fans like you that this is kind of taken off bigger than me and Tommy have expected. And because of that, there's been, some good opportunities opening up. We're not changing. We're going to still be the same two idiots talking about Kiss in our same sophomoric fucking stupid humor.
Yep. So,
but you will see something, and we can't wait to bring you along, and I think it's going to make the show bigger and better, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. I know Tommy's excited. Just be on the lookout. It'll probably start by our next episode. So
maybe.
Just be aware of that. And thank you. Please continue to send us emails. shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. Where else can they find us, Tom?
All the social media platforms, like we mentioned before, we're very active on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. The podcast is found at all your major podcasters, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube, Podomatic, Podchaser. Some of those platforms may be expanding in the future. When they do, or if they do, you will know about that.
Yeah. So we have a pretty good social media presence. Tommy does an awesome job. I jump in from time to time on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You'll see we'll interact with you guys. feel free to give us a question and we'll read it on the air. Feel free to give us a comment, start a discussion, give us a topic idea, email us. The other thing, which is quite important, we love when you guys do this, is so far we've got a ton of good 5-star reviews. Please keep it up. Go on to Apple Podcasts, Podchaser. Give us one of those 5-star child reviews. It helps other people using their algorithms and all that other stuff to find our podcast so we can expand and get a bigger audience, hopefully get bigger and better guests, fucking funnier and crazier people on, make this show even better. What helps is when you guys go on and give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts so we can get out there to the masses. Please feel free to do that. Let us know that you've done that. We'd love to give you a nice big shout out for helping us out. So please continue the love. We appreciate it. Other than that, Tomas, lead us out with some famous last words.
Well, this has been a very emotional closing to this episode, very heartfelt, very personal. So
go ahead.
I'm going to send you out with this. And now I'll hold you like I never have before. I'll let you go just long enough to lock that door. The words I whisper come so late and overdue, but I finally found my way to you.
Ding, 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 ding. Did you sleep without dreams? Did you fly without wings? Did you touch without feel? Where nothing is real. Even though he doesn't use that demon voice, so I don't know why I fucking did it.
Why is Louis Armstrong on the podcast? Louis Rocco?
Louis Rocco. Oh, my tooth. My pants unbuttoned. Yeah. Now replacing Gene Simmons is Satchmo as the demon.
All right.
Thank
you, everybody, so much. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Army. We'll see you next time. Peace out, Girl Scout.